So I do this thing with my kids that we call the two hat system. And we use this when I'm giving advice or feedback to them based on an activity that they're doing or something that they're working on. It's most prevalent in like sports or some type of competition setting like jujitsu because it's easy when you are a dad who has played sports in the past, as I did, played some sports back in the day, to be the vicarious, living through your son. We all know what that's like. But one of the things that I realized is that I was at times, like trying to coach my kid more than he wanted to be coached. And so one of the things that I started to ask him was with this two hat system is what we came up with. So I would ask him, Kanan, do you want me to wear the coach hat or the dad hat, literally the dad gang hat? That way it gave him some power that if he just wanted me to be dad, right here, if he just wanted me to be dad and he's doing jujitsu or he's playing football and he comes off at halftime and I'd say like dad hat, coach hat, be like dad hat, be like, hey bud, you're doing awesome. You're playing really hard out there. You ran a great route. You had a really great takedown in jiu-jitsu. Super proud of you. You're doing fantastic. Keep it up. That's the dad hat. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to cheer you on. I'm going to be here for you if you want to talk about anything. And sometimes he'll come over and he might be he may be wanting a little bit more pointed feedback. Or maybe he doesn't, not that he doesn't want to be cheered on, but he doesn't want the rah-rah stuff. They're like, hey, Kanan, I have something that I saw while you were running that route. Can I tell you about it? Can I do coach hat? And he may, be in a receptive mood to that. Maybe the coach is talking to somebody else and I'll be like, okay, great. Coach hat time. Like, hey, when you ran that out route, you rounded your cut a little bit too much. And so when you rounded your route, that allowed the DB to stay with you. So you were just covered the whole time. What I want you to do instead is make a short jab step to the inside to make the defender commit and then take a sharp 90-degree angle to the sideline. You're going to be open every time. Pretty specific, but if he didn't want me to have coach hat on, then I wouldn't give him that advice. So think about that when you're giving advice or feedback to your kids. Now, I'm not carrying two hats around. Usually the way that I think about this is if I have a hat on, dad hat is frontwards, front facing, and then if it's coach hat, we flip it around a little bit and we're like, okay, here we go, kids. I'm gonna give you some real pointed feedback and we're gonna go win the natty. This is how we have been able to give some power to our kids to be able to say, hey, do you want dad hat or do you want coach hat? How do you want me to show up in a way that is going to help you in this moment? And it's been really powerful. It also helps put me in the right perspective. Does my kid want a little bit more pointed feedback advice, or does he want me to be his biggest fan and cheer him on? Using the two hat system is a way that we have been able to visually communicate that to each other and have really good conversations even in some heated competitive moments.